Hello. Hello. Mushy, and good evening, internet land and internet dwellers of internet land. What is bonking? Welcome to another episode of the Tavern Talk. I'm your host, DJ, and I'm joined by my very esteemed co host, Brendan.
Hi, what's going on?
Little bit of a rundown for our newbies and new players that have joined the game. The Tavern Talk is a smaller, more simplified, more intimate version of the podcast. Mainly just going to be between 1 to 2 people, sometimes three if one of the other cohorts are on. But it's also going to be shorter than a regular podcast, between 40 and 45 minutes if we can reach that point, depending on what we're talking about. And this podcast tends to stick with internet-related things. And speaking of internet-related things, one of my favorite things to talk about is the internet and the drama that happens in it. It is my favorite. And on today's topic, a common household name that we're going to be talking about today, that is the Purple People platform known as Twitch.
Yay! That's definitely not a rabbit hole.
They've, over the course of their illustrious career since Justin TV moving to Twitch.tv, they've made some good moves, some better moves, some bad moves, some worse moves, and we're still on that trending slope. Starting from when they first released Dr. Disrespect and fired him from the platform, to content creators and streamers legit having conjugals, I'll leave it at that, on stream and only getting banned for 3 days just to do it again, to only get banned for 2 days. And then not the latest news. This happened a couple months ago, when, depending on if you were affiliate or partnered, that 70-30 split went away, and now it's just a straight 50-50 split with Twitch. So half of your earnings for your shit that you do now goes to them.
Yeah.
Sound fair?
Not really, no.
So like I said, this downhill slope that they've been going on for the past few months, and it just got even steeper. It came out today. Twitch was wanting to do this, and I got to stick with like allegedly and supposedly, but they were wanting to do this new branding program called the Bounty Board, which was essentially, for those that have played Destiny 1, where you can go on and do random bounties for random prizes. Twitch was wanting to allegedly implement this bounty board where you can go pick certain brands that Twitch is wanting to push, and once you meet a certain requirement, then they will pay you whatever you're allotted. And it can range from play Apex Legends for this amount of time, or do this achievement in this game, or complete this segment in this game, and then they'll award you accordingly. Now, judging from the numbers that I saw on the this whole bounty board thing, someone was just like, if you play Apex for an hour, you'll get $100. Is $100 a lot of money? Sure, but in the aspect of things, it's, you're now forcing content creators to do things that they might not want to, all because you're wanting to push brands that they might not want to or care about. And then they took it a step further. Actually, no. Before we even go to the step further, so then let me get your opinion on this. You're a streamer, and you're streaming on the Purple Plat. How would you feel when you woke up on this fine Monday morning, and the first thing that you see is bounty board? You must play these games if you want to get paid.
Well, I feel like I'm just being robbed of my revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Being that, say, if I was a streamer that had all these sponsorships, like, I don't know, we'll just throw like Logitech out there, because I've seen a couple streamers pointing it out, that, like, I don't know, they're sponsored by Logitech, that they have to basically not really represent that sponsor, and anything like image PNGs, like the logo, whatever.
We're getting to that later. I'm just talking about the bounty board right now.
That, well, shit, no, I really wouldn't care for it, because sponsorship deals would honestly pay more than that bounty board will be offering.
Mm-hmm. Because I get it, you're wanting to push all these different games and developers, whether they be indie or AAA, but now you're making your streamers play stuff that they don't want to if they want to earn a little extra coin. As it is, half of like, especially your affiliate, when somebody pays for that sub, Twitch takes damn near $4 of it, meaning you got $1 out of it, and then for donos and bits, they take half. And now you're saying if you want to earn anything from us, you need to play this. So for some people who like streaming is their livelihood, you're forcing them to do something, and now their backs are pushed against the wall to where they have to.
Yeah.
And me personally, I don't ever want to feel like I'm constrained to a box of like, okay, if I want to make a living, like pay my bills and eat, I have to do this bounty board. That's going to make me lose interest in wanting to stream very, 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 very quickly.
Yeah, because like, put it to you this way, like kind of like that whole example of, I don't know, play Apex for like an hour, get $100. What if I don't want to fucking play Apex?
Exactly.
So what? I'm just gonna miss out on the $100, I guess, because I just don't want to play Apex. That's kind of dumb, you know. Like you're basically forcing people to do things that some people might not want to do.
And again, if you are an Apex player, maybe that might be a little bit more lucrative to you because you're already in the space. Like hypothetically speaking, if they were to say like, oh, if you want to earn this $100, this $200, you need to play Smite and use this god for insert amount of games or insert amount of hours. We can do that because we play Smite.
Yeah.
Might be a little painful depending on the god or goddess that they select us, but you know, that's fine. But to say an FPS player, now forcing them to play a MOBA, they're not going to have any fun, but now they need to do it because they have to do it because they need money.
Exactly. If they want to pay their bills, they want to put food in front of them, they would have to do it.
So it kind of sucks that Twitch kind of moved into a, if you want anything else from us, seeing as we already took 20% of your money and now it's a 50-50 split instead of a 70-30, unless you have a guaranteed contract, like a guaranteed payout contract with Twitch. So like likes of Nick Merckx, his money's guaranteed. He doesn't have to do a damn thing because Twitch owes him that money. But if you're just in the affiliate program, especially the affiliate, like the affiliates, this is where they're going to get hit the most because they're the ones that are going to be pressed up against the wall. You took half my shit, and now you're forcing me to play these play these things or do these things that I don't want to do, but now I have to because I need money. Partnered might be a little bit better off.
Well, yeah, because if you're partnered, you have more followers, so you have more opportunity for like super chats, donations, bits, all this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, affiliates have a smaller fan base, and they don't get as much.
But even then, some of the partners were affected by this because I know, and I'll tie all that into a little bit later because Twitter was on fire today. And it was fan-fucking-tastic. The likes of Tucker, the guy who plays with Smitty, you might know him as Jericho. Some VTubers were getting angry. Wildcat and his friends, like Larry Fishburger, they were in that comment section wanting to say their 2 cents of how they thought all this was not fair. And they caught so much hate that they deleted the tweet.
Yeah, and they put out apology tweets or trying to explain their actions type of tweets.
And before we get into the apology, this is where I want to push into the thing that you were starting to say with like individual sponsors and people that you might be wanting to represent on your stream, the people that, you know, pay you to show off their shit.
Yeah.
I we think W has our back and we're very thankful for them. But I felt so bad for some of the streamers that are like sponsored by, you know, like you said, Razer, LG, Gamer Subs. I'll let you take it from here. I'll let you explain it since I explained the last one. So give the folks a rundown.
From what I saw, there was a specific streamer. I don't know her name, but she's sponsored by Logitech. So she pointed out that, hey, since I have to basically make my Logitech logo sponsored by Logitech thing, like 30% or what was it, like 13? I don't remember the percentage. It was basically really small on the screen.
Well, because we had to give them the rundown. What the new thing that Twitch said is any outside sponsors that aren't through us that you get, you must now shorten. You must shorten their logo.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
now it has to be more minuscule.
Or have products in like the background of your like face cam or something like that. Something in the back that people may or may not see. Because screen sizes and resolutions vary between people.
Mm-hmm.
So what I found funny is that, so if that's the case, I'm gonna just put every fucking Logitech thing in that I own in the background and see how many Logitech products that you can find. Put comment in the replies how many you counted. And it was hilarious.
But the one downside to that is, especially the community that you and I are trying to get into, the VTubing community, where they don't use Facecam. All they can rely on is the actual icons that they put on their stream. Now they have to diminish them in size, making them harder to see, meaning they might not be as noticeable. I don't know if the same counts if somebody were to scroll into your About Me section, but the first thing that people are going to see when they pop into a stream, I'm like me personally, when I go to a brand new stream, I'm not going straight to the About Me section. I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing what you're doing. I'm seeing who you are. I'm seeing what products you're wanting to push, whether it be you're wanting to shove gamer subs down my neck, if you're sponsored by Razer, LG, or any other electronic company, Corsair. If those logos are going to be this fucking big, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to see it. So I'm not going to know that you're sponsored by them. I'm not going to know that they're helping you out because Twitch won't let me know.
Yes, but I feel for the people that would maybe be seeing that their favorite streamer is sponsored by some product that they like or that they have some interest in, and they say, "Oh, that streamer has a code for like 10% off of a product or something like that." Mm-hmm. I feel for the people that watch their streamers on like phones and just can barely fucking see what that sponsorship is. Most of the time, they'd be like, "What does that say? I can't fucking see it." And then you can't even up the quality of the stream because, let's be honest, Twitch's stream quality is kind of bad. I mean, I think it's like
lacking still.
It's lacking, yeah. I think the max was like 1440. I don't remember.
No. Their max is you can get up to 1080 60, and that's if that streamer wants to use it. Yeah. Like Cloaksy, nothing against Clock, but he still streams at 720.
Yeah, that's what I did when I streamed on Twitch. The little bit that I did, it was on 720, mostly because at the time the internet couldn't handle 1080.
Exactly. You didn't have the internet or the rig power to do it. Whereas with Cloaksy, a very well established content creator and streamer whom runs dual PCs, both of which have 4090s, which you don't need, by the way, just an FYI. Like the newest tech gear to put inside a rig.
Yeah.
And even though he has the ability to stream at 1080 60, he doesn't. And nobody on God's green earth knows why. Love you really, Clock, but damn. You annoy me sometimes. And that's where YouTube is starting to like look good. I've even seen people considering going to Kick and Rumble, and I don't really know too much about Rumble. The only thing I know about Rumble right now is they just signed Mizkif, which who cares? But even Kick, the lawless Mad Max wasteland that is Kick, where they don't have rules. People are running over there because at the end of the day, whoever owns it, I believe it's Trainwrecks, he's giving you a contract. If you're like already an established streamer, he's giving you a contract. It's gonna have a lot of money that's probably coming out of his own pocket, and it's guaranteed. He's not taking anything away from you.
That's the thing, is that with Kick, I'm still I'm still sketched out about that because I did see it. I went into a website for a little bit. I considered streaming there, but it's no, it's still too sketchy for me, and I never heard of Rumble, so I don't know. So that's why whenever it comes to our channel, the NoSkill channel, it's always streams are always on YouTube. And I think the only issue I have is that YouTube's live stream like discoverability is still kind of meh. That's like the only gripe I have about it.
Like unless you were already established on Twitch, it's kind of hard to be discovered on YouTube. But I mean, we're making it work, and I'm proud of us.
Hell, even if you're established on YouTube, that would be great. But we're still growing, and who knows? Maybe in the future, when we get more subs, the streams are gonna have more views and stuff like that. But that's here or there. I just love the video quality and how easy it is to just put the streams that you just did onto the channel, so people can watch later. It's just made it easy. And
now going back to Twitch, because this was just a day of hell. The next bit of this was, I'm trying to figure out how they thought this was going to be a good move or a good idea. Like this was a thought in their head that they said, "Yep, this makes sense and this is going to work." So on top of having to shrink down your insignias, you can no longer have audio or visual ad breaks. Again, this is all legend. Audio or visual ad breaks talking about talking about your sponsors and ad companies that either A, they don't approve of, or B, want nothing to do with. So the first thing that comes to mind is, well, the CDL, the Call of Duty Pro League, where they do have ad breaks talking about their sponsors, like the GMC EV Hummer, whatever the hell. Their controllers, their scuff controllers, and all the other places that like ads and sponsors that they take on that makes the CDL run. You know that shit?
Yeah, thankfully they don't have to worry about that because they're on YouTube. So it's like, man, whatever.
No, the CDL is also on Twitch. That's where I was watching it and getting the drops.
Oh, I thought they made the move to officially on YouTube.
Nope, they stream on both, and Twitch has the bigger numbers.
Oh, of course it does. That's a no-brainer.
So now that leads and begs the question of, so how are they going to go about getting around this? Because on one of your platforms, you're okay with having all your sponsors on, and on the other platform, the purple one, they said, we don't want to see it. We don't want to hear you talk about the GMC HV, whatever the hell. We don't want to see you talk about your SCUF controllers, and we don't want to hear anybody talking about them.
The thing is, I don't really think they're going to have to worry about it, because there's something that tells me that something like, the CDL, something that's, backed by Activision, I don't think they're going to... Like an actual event. Yeah, like an actual event, something that's sponsored by a corporation. I don't think they're going to have to worry about it. I think Twitch will look the other way.
Because there's some content creators, I was actually watching Timmy earlier today, Tim the Tapman, for those wondering, and even he brought up how's this going to work for CDL, ESL, or any other league league game. And as much as I'm pretty sure what you're saying is true, of like they probably get a scapegoat because it's an actual event. They probably still want to hear ad reads from individual streamers, which that's still a kick in the fucking face. Let's be real here. Yeah. You're not letting me talk about the people that give me money. They're not going to want to give me money if I can't talk about them.
Basically.
So it's kind of entrapping right now, because again, that's why I feel bad for the people that are in the affiliate program, because this is especially stressful for y'all. If you have any sponsors or backers, you already struggled and busted your ass to get them, and in one fell swoop, on top of a 50-50 split, they now said they don't want to hear or see you visually or audibly talking about them, or at least too long.
Yeah. But that does lead into a great ad break. Speaking of which, we're going to just stop right here and talk about our sponsor, W, a DJ. Take it away.
What's going on out there, internet land? It is I, DJ. I'm here. Just want to take a moment to tell you guys, our audience, about our partner W's new flavor orange mango cream. I had some this morning. It is absolutely delicious. It tastes like an orange creamsicle, and it is by far one of my top favorite flavors that they have in stock right now. And you can pick some up in store right now. You head on over to w.gg and use our code NSE for 10% off your total order at checkout. Just want to drop a quick line. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.
Hey, everybody out there on the internet. NoSkill Mike here to invite you personally to our NoSkill Discord server. In the description below, in the link tree, easy access to all the fun, music, and other entertaining things we share and interact with the community on every single day. So hopefully I'll see you there or somewhere out here in this big, wonderful world.
And we are back. Hello again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little ad read. Thank you once again for Dubby for hanging out with us. You're beautiful, you're handsome, and I hope you find a 4-leaf clover in your garden. And then also, with the other one, join the Discord. We're kind of cool. We think so, and we think that you'll think so too. So come and hang out with us. What do you say, huh? Let's do something fun. Maybe get you guys in like a movie night or something. But so back to the matter at hand of Twitch really writing like really not caring about their content creators, their streamers, and the people that essentially bring in their audience, because there's still some of the biggest streamers on that platform. Like XQC still rakes in at least 75k viewers whenever he streams. I was watching Shroud play Diablo the other day, and he had like 80,000 people watching him. So again, those guys aren't going to be really too affected because they have contracts with Twitch. Their money is guaranteed. So this is mainly affecting the people that are just partnered and mainly affiliate. But now, with all that being said, Twitter's on fire. Everybody's flaming them. From VTubers to pro players that stream. I know some CDL people that were in that comment section when they saw what Twitch was allegedly wanting to do. It was a dumpster fire. So much so that Twitch deletes the tweet.
Yeah, and then they put in an apology tweet. Or should I say a tweet that more or less tries to explain their actions?
It was cannon fodder. Like, okay, everybody's really fucking mad at us right now. Yeah, I wonder why. It's laughable about how stupid this tweet is. And essentially they were saying it was a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding, so how did we misunderstand? You're not allowed to talk about your sponsor. You're not allowed to have their insignias, at least the same size that you had them. So if you really want to see them, pack your shit in the bag. What's to misunderstand about that?
Not much. I'm going to be real with you, Twitch. Not much.
Here, allow me, and this is where we can put a picture of it on screen. Twitch's apology. Today's branded content policy update was overly broad. My ass. This created confusion and frustration, not just mainly frustration, and we apologize for that. We wanted to clarify our existing ad policy that was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks from selling burned-in video and display ads on Twitch. Third party, yeah, okay. Yeah. Which is consistent with other services. Nope, we missed the mark with the policy language. This is a language problem. And we'll rewrite the guidelines to be clearer. Thank you for sharing your concerns, and we appreciate the feedback. We'll notify the community once we have updated the language. They're saying there was a language problem. What do you take of that apology, Brendan? I want to know. Was there a language problem?
I really don't think so. I think they said what they wanted to say, but they're just kind of backtracking to try to save their own ass. Oh, real quick though, I want to pull up a tweet by our good friend Asmongold.
Oh boy, gotta love me some Asmon.
And this is what he said. I don't say it lightly, but I think this is a legitimate situation where streamers should consider boycotting Twitch or moving to other platforms. Making common and harmless forms of advertisement literally against TOS so Twitch can monopolize more of streamers' income.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Asmund. You hit the nail right on the fucking head. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
It's just kind of scummy of like a lot of these content creators and streamers are just wanting to make a living, because you don't understand, since Twitch became a lucrative thing, that people saw the ability to potentially make a career out of it, of doing what we all thought, like honestly, just doing the passion that we all had growing up, playing video games and getting paid for it, dude. Okay? And now that people have either achieved that dream or they're on the road to that dream, Twitch in one fell swoop went, nope. Unless we're getting money out of it, that's a no for you.
Because weren't they trying, or are they? I think they're either trying or they're going to put a policy to where ad reads or any kind of sponsorship streams, some of that money goes to them.
If it's something that they don't approve of, there is a high chance, and this is where I have to use the term allegedly very heavily.
Very alleged stuff.
Because sometime next month, allegedly, they were going to incorporate this new ad revenue thing of, if you push an ad that they don't approve of or didn't know about, Twitch can take a portion of a cut. So essentially, something that has nothing to do with them, you would have to give them some money for it, or they can just, strike your channel and take it the fuck down.
That right there is scummy. That just brings Asmund's tweet even more to the forefront there.
Especially since like with Tim the Tap Man when he was still on Twitch, and now I'm understanding more and more why he left Twitch. I thought it was just because YouTube gave him more money. Oh no, I think he saw the thunderstorm coming and he jumped ship before it hit. But it's just the fact that a lot of these streamers will do hashtag ad reads. Like all of a sudden it's either an ad read or a sponsored gaming stream, which they still said that they're okay with sponsored gaming streams to a degree. So hypothetically speaking, Jimmy Timmy streamer over here is gonna do a hashtag ad read where he's gonna play Warframe for an hour.
All right.
Hypothetically speaking, nothing against Warframe, but because Twitch either A, didn't know about it or doesn't approve of it, that means a portion of his earnings from DE, the developer, will now go to Twitch to compensate for it. That's theft.
That's scummy.
That's literal theft. If this goes through, that is, a lot of people will be leaving that fucking platform. I hate to say it, because again, Twitch was the one spot where, especially if you didn't have at the time when I didn't have a PC, a lot of people that didn't have PCs but they still wanted to stream, you could still live stream from your Xbox or your PlayStation.
Yep.
And it made streaming very simplified and very easy. Broadcasting, it automatically would put up the game that you're playing, and they would have the the automatic tags that are associated with that game. Adding the ability to add in more tags if you want to, as long as they were relevant to your situation. Cobble the stream, put in your resolution, start. Easy. That's how I got my first, I'd say 50 subs, where I was just playing Overwatch at stupid hours with my friends and random audience members. It was easy. And then in the course of the last couple of years, especially these last few months, it's like Twitch just went south. And that's why everybody's just like, well, how could they have gone so south? They're backed by Amazon. No, they're not backed by Amazon. All Amazon is doing is giving you the ability to sub for free, which means Twitch doesn't make any money off of that sub. That sub goes back to Amazon.
I think a lot of this has to do with Amazon having, this is just alleged, a rumor, because I've heard some things in the past about this, but I believe there is a form out there or some documents stating that that Twitch does not make Amazon any money. If anything, they lose money because of Twitch. And this is just hypothetical. No way, in fact, this is me saying fact or this is true. I kind of feel that this is, something that has to do with Amazon wanting to make more money from Twitch.
Either Amazon wanting to make more money from Twitch or Amazon giving Twitch an ultimatum of you need to start coming up with your own revenue or fuck you and your program.
Basically, that's just my take. It is not fact or any true. This is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. But I feel the exact same way because, again, yeah, a lot of these people are leaving to where only your big content creators or whatever the big game that people are playing is what brings people over to Twitch. Because again, when you think live stream, you're going to think Twitch naturally. Your mindset's not going to go to Kick, Rumble, or YouTube.
Yeah,
you're going to go straight. You're going to go straight to Twitch, and that's where you have like your XQCs, your Asmongold's, your fucking your Shrouds, your Dick Mercs, Cloaksy. Because even though we discussed it on a couple episodes of the podcast on the Tavern Talk before this one, which you should absolutely go check those out, by the way. Call of Duty is still one of the most watched games on that fucking platform next to League of Legends. And people will go there to watch Cloaksy, Symphony, Huskers, FIFA Kill, Muted, Rated, Mutex, Rated, Aiden, all those guys to play Warzone. So they're keeping a concurrent, steady fan base staying on Twitch.
Yeah.
And that's where Twitch is going to make a killing. But for everybody else that isn't a Call of Duty player, and you're only an affiliate or just barely making partner, Twitch kind of doesn't need you. And that's the fucked part. They're willing to cut you because you're not bringing in what they want you to bring in.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the rabbit hole that Twitch kind of just brings to you. Because a lot of the times when people start streaming, if they want to try to get as many followers as possible, they will obviously go to the games that are the most poppin'. We're talking Apex, Fortnite, COD, League of Legends, Valorant, CS, all these big games. And because of that mindset, they will also be drowned in the sea of people doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of comes down to, if you make affiliate, you're already like on the high end of people that stream, because from what I understand, if you have no more than maybe 3 viewers on Twitch watching consistently, you're in like the fucking like top 20, top 10 of people. And if you have even more than that, then you are you're making it, bud. I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, like, especially since I forgot one of the other things that they changed when they altered, especially, again, this affects affiliates heavily, but this one also affected partners heavily, of how many hours you now have to stream a month to keep your title of affiliate or partner.
It's like a damn job almost. You have to put in a certain amount of hours or you'll lose your affiliate, your partner, whatever. So basically you'll just lose your ability to make money, and you'll probably have to go for it again, try to apply again, and maybe they'll let you back in. I don't know. You'll probably have to stream on a while for consistent amount of time before they even consider putting you back in the program.
And that was a kick in the pants for this one VTuber that I watch named Zentreya. For those that know Zentreya, she's the dragon cyborg lady whom we don't know what she sounds like, but for some reason she still keeps around 4,000 to 5,000 people watching her. But she was explaining how this would affect her because she already streams a lot. She damn near streams every single fucking day outside of one. And now she said, she was just like, okay, so that means now in order to still meet the requirement to be partner, I'd have to stream roughly 10 to 12 hours a day just to give myself a 2-day break. And that would to meet the bare minimum. Like I'm talking the floor requirement. And she said this would be me working more than I did when I worked in a restaurant.
Yeah, the hours are ridiculous. They're worse than regular paying jobs. You go just 40 hours a week is better than what Twitch is asking you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like 40 hours a week at a regular job for full time is way better because at this point you're working double that almost just to stay in the program to meet those hour requirements.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely insane. I cannot think of that at all because in my perspective, having to edit, record, and all that stuff and still have to stream, I would have no time for myself at all, let alone sleep.
Mm-hmm. That's what Twitch is forcing these people to do. It's essentially have enough time to sleep and then get ready to stream again. And again, it's with the let's be real here. When it comes to this whole content creation / streaming, especially streaming, the problem is it's also a glorified competition because everybody's vying for that top spot. You take a week off, you could be forgotten about. That it's that fucking scary when it comes to streaming. Like any amount of time that's passed where you aren't live and they find somebody else interesting, bye. You're fucked. You're gone. You lost a bunch of fans.
Dead at that point. You're deemed dead.
And it's absolutely terrifying to think of that. And now and then again, this is a little bit older news, but that's what Twitch basically said. You need to meet these requirements if you want to keep your partnership, you want to keep your affiliate. And they use that term if, like, we could terminate you, we might not.
Do they still have those guidelines in the TOS?
Oh yeah, and then they also the other thing that again this part is a little bit old news, but then we'll hop back on track. I promise. With the whole now we're forcing you to run ads. We're forcing you to run ads, and some of these streamers they were like, I really don't want to run ads on my channel. At least not the ones outside of the ones that I have to run when they start the stream and when the stream ends. I kind of don't like that, and. So now, not only are we forced to run ads, we're forced to run a certain amount if we want to make a certain amount of money.
Yep.
So now, with Cloaksy's stream, I'm sitting there just watching you stream, and then next thing you know, bam, 8 ads pop up. Well,
yeah, I remember the days when I was watching streams, and exactly when ads would put up, all of a sudden. Because usually when ads pop, it pops for a lot of other people, or most of the people watching as well.
People that aren't subbed.
Yeah, the people that aren't subbed. And all of a sudden you just see a stream of people in the chat just saying ad, wait, ad. And the streamer would be like, oh, okay, hold on.
Unless you're Big Puffer and you're like, let's try to scam them. Let's pretend I popped a knife in a CSGO box. And then people are just like, I can still see you in the top right corner, asshole. It's split screened. Fuck you. Clever though, Puffer. But that's getting into the annoyance of Twitch wanting to push something. So now you're forcing these people to run ads that don't want to run ads. And ultimately now with all that being said into take the 50-50 split to taking money if they were to do an outside ad read and not being able to showcase their sponsors and backers to the fullest degree to where they run the risk of losing that sponsor and backer. A lot of people have threatened to leave. And I'm talking leave. I'm talking some of the high members of TMOTK, including their president, has said if they implement these alleged things that they want to do, we're gone. We're gone. We'll go somewhere else. And then this statement came up from Twitch.
No, goody. I wonder what this says.
If you or we terminate your affiliate or partnered agreement, a maintenance fee will be deducted from your remaining balance. The maintenance fee will be the lesser of the accrued program fees for your Twitch channel or the sum of $25. Might not seem like a lot, but you're saying if I choose to terminate my contract or you terminate my contract, you're going to take money from me.
Yep.
Any remaining balance after the deduction of the maintenance fee will be paid to you, notwithstanding the foregoing, meaning if we want to take anything else out, we can. If you ever become a sanctioned person, Twitch will withhold any program fees otherwise due to you and take any other actions required or permitted by the applicable sanction laws. So if I read that correctly, become a sanctioned person, you're not an affiliate or partner, but you're still a big name person on Twitch. They can just take and withhold your money from you. Because.
Oh, yay. that statement's going to go over well.
So,
you're basically holding
everything...
streamers hostage.
Exactly.
Or holding their money hostage, basically. It's like, hey, you want your money? Stay. If you leave, we're going to take some of that. No clue how much, but we're going to take some.
All you need to know is we're going to take at a minimum $25 and then whatever else we choose to hold from you because, yeah, we can. So you're holding their money hostage. You're holding the streamer hostage because now you're forcing them to actually sit down and think, if I leave this platform, I lose what could potentially be a lot of earnings that I need or want. It's extortion. And I'm like, and people are up in arms. People are up in arms. Like, you already just simply said that if I do an ad read that you don't like, you're going to take a piece of it. Then you apologized, backpedaling, if you will. Backpedaling, and then you backpedal your apology by saying, "Oh yeah, if you choose to leave, we're gonna take your shit."
It's extortion, but I imagine because of how they word or the loopholes that they most likely have gone through with lawyers and all that stuff, it is most likely legal extortion.
Legal extortion, which that's the fucked part, is the fact that you can actually say the term legal extortion.
Legal extortion. Because I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that if someone were to say put out a lawsuit or something, I really doubt that they would have good standing because the way that they word these things, and I 100% believe that they go through these wordings through lawyers and attorneys and all that just to make sure that what they say cannot bite them in the ass in the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's the fucked part, is that they're gonna get away with it because now you've scared. And again, I know that I've said this several times now, and I had to reiterate this. All these are just allegeds and haven't come to fruition yet. We won't know until Twitch either A, does it, or B, doesn't. But if all these things were to go through, so many affiliates and new partners will be heavily affected by this, and they are going to be stuck because they can't leave. It's not like these other like big streamers that have outright said, like, say, for those that know, the VTuber Shy Lily, she's outright said, hey, if Twitch wants to fuck me, fuck them. I'll go stream on YouTube. I'll go stream on Orange YouTube if you catch my drift. Pay Money Wubby, he huge, one of the biggest to stream, and he doesn't even have a contract with Twitch, and he's been like, yeah, if they want to do that to me, fuck them, I'm out. I'll go stream on YouTube. I don't give a shit. So the big names won't be too affected, but we're looking at the little guy, the people that aren't making, hundreds upon thousands of dollars per stream in donos and super chats, and have like the big sponsors of like, Herman Miller and Razer. We're talking about little Jimmy, whom is sponsored by the mom and pop sub shop down the road, and he's not making any money off of them, but he's just pushing ads for them because he likes the place. Now he can't do it, and if he chooses to walk away, Twitch can now withhold his money if they were to go through with this. That is mind-boggling to think. Like, that's a monstrous thing to do and say. It's like, hey, so if you try to walk away, I'm keeping your shit.
Yeah.
That's oh god.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting kind of physically ill thinking about it. Like, it's so not fair. Like, it is so not fair that now you're not even giving people the chance or option to leave the platform. Then I remember shades of last year where people were randomly getting their channels terminated, and they were begging and reaching out to Twitch to reinstate their channels. We went from begging Twitch to reinstating people's channels to 180. Now you can't leave.
Yeah, this whole situation's kind of just fucked, and I don't know if they're gonna want to backtrack after all this, because at this point they're getting a lot of bad press, and I can still see people saying, I don't care how much you take from my affiliate contract or partnership contract, I'm still leaving. I can still see people doing that.
Oh yeah.
And if this continues, I'm just gonna wonder how much of an exodus there's gonna be of streamers. Hell, even I think Asmongold said he was considering taking a break or just from streaming or just going somewhere else. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, you got some heavy hitting streamers looking at Twitch in a very bad light.
I mean, Asman, he'll be fine. He has a cult fan base, and they'll follow him wherever he goes. XQC, these are just my opinions, but I don't see XQC leaving because he doesn't give a shit. He's contracted, so his money's guaranteed. Same with Nick Merckx. So
I see contracted streamers sticking around, but I'm talking about the not contracted ones.
Oh yeah. And if you had the means to leave and taking that debt, that monetary deficit of whatever they withhold from you, I wish you the best. If Twitch kind of had you by the balls by holding your money and you kind of need it, I would say play with it a little bit. Put stash like a slush fund aside, so that way you are ready and prepared to cut that loss, and maybe you can have better success on a different platform. Like we said earlier, there's YouTube, there's Rumble now, there's Kick, and Kick's firing off on all four cylinders, and they're doing pretty well thus far. I know it's going to hit a wall at some point, but it's just a matter of when that some point is.
Yeah, honestly, other platforms are a good shot. YouTube is a good place to go if you already have an established fan base, like Tim, Dr. Lupo, and all of them, because their streams still do very good. Their streams are still in the thousands or 10,000s of viewers.
Oh yeah,
so they're still good. So if you have that established fan base and you got the loyal following, they'll follow you to YouTube. Especially if you have your own YouTube channel that also has its own follower base. People that watch your YouTube will be like, "Oh, you're streaming here now too? Great, I'll watch your streams too." Because not a lot of people watch Twitch that are subbed to like a content creator's YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. But all in all, we're gonna keep up on this story, and we might have a part 2 with this, depending on if Twitch releases anything else, whether they confirm something, deny something. We're gonna keep our ears to the ground to see what happens. To see what happens next, because today was absolutely explosive for internet news, and I immediately started posting in our Discord that you should absolutely join, by the way, about what's happening. And then this man goes, "Do I do a tavern talk tonight?" And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, and I even considered waiting a day or two just to see if anything else comes up, but we had to cover this. And if anything does come up, we'll be sure to let you guys in the loop.
Oh yeah,
if you haven't already heard, because like we said, it kind of blew up all over Twitter, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people already know what's up.
All right, I'm gonna go back to Twitter as soon as we leave this call, because I know Twitch is still trending right now.
Oh yeah, it is trending pretty heavily right now, not in a good way either.
No. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of the Tavern Talk. I'm sorry if it was a little bit of a downer, especially for you, y'all that are like Twitch stands and you swear by Twitch. I mean, think what you want. I'm proud of you, but we can't deny the thing that's happening because Twitch has had some downfall, and if this goes through, it's just going to get even worse. I really hope it doesn't. I hope all the streamers, whether you're partner, affiliate, contracted, I wish all of you the best of luck. I wish all of you the most success. But until next time, when more happens, I've been DJ. That's been Brandon. And you've been beautiful. And we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Goodbye.